Hey, somebody needs to spray the room. You have? Excellent. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. You are listening to The Professional Noticer. Hello, everyone. I'm Andy Andrews. Hey, thank you for making me a part of your week. My purpose here today and with every show we do is to play the part of a best friend or a coach. I want to help you live the life of your wildest dreams by giving you access to the greatest mentors the world has to offer today. This week, The Professional Noticer is sponsored by wisdomharbor.com. Today, families and school systems all over America are finding wisdomharbor.com's one-of-a-kind streaming service to be the perfect low-cost, high-quality educational tool for their students. Wisdom Harbor's stated responsibility is to create the next greatest generation, starting with your hometown and your school system. For less than $3 per month per teacher, classrooms have access to original content only found on wisdomharbor.com that teaches, entertains, and builds character in young people while creating conversations between young people and the adults in their community. Utilizing video, audio, and the written word, content is delivered in small bites by Grammy winners, CEOs, comedians, chefs, best-selling authors, and Hall of Fame speakers. There are even guitar lessons from an award-winning songwriter. Check it out today and join your friends and neighbors who are already a part of wisdomharbor.com. And isn't it time your schools got involved? Wisdomharbor.com, creating America's next greatest generation, starting with your hometown. Observations and answers, that's what we do here on The Professional Noticer. And as you know, we love it when somebody comes to the table with both observations and answers. And we're likely to have a lot of that today. We're going to have as many questions as we have answers. I am sure. I think before I introduce this family, I have to explain how I met them. They were here in the studio one day. I can't remember if we were recording. And they were out there. And usually when we get through recording something, I'll walk out into the lobby area here and just say hey to everybody and talk a minute. And so as soon as I walked out, I was confronted by this family's PR agent. And now the family has got a business, and it's a serious, legitimate business. I mean, they're making their living from this business. And I was fascinated, but I was much more fascinated by their 5-year-old PR agent, whose name is Will, who is here with his parents. It's Will's dad and Will's mom. This is Ethan, Will, and Katie. The business is Katie's Essentials. And I would like you to meet the entire Katie's Essentials team. Is that good? I'm so glad you guys are here. Now, I got to say, as soon as I met Will, I knew I didn't even know y'all had a business. But then when I found out y'all had a business, I go, Will, you need to bring your mom and dad in here and let's do a podcast. Are you glad to be here with us, Will?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. You got a good mom and daddy there on you about that, you know. My parents thought I'd be going to college before I got that down. So tell me about what is your take on Katie's Essentials?
My favorite is the Sweet Dreams.
Your favorite is the Sweet Dreams.
Yes.
All right. We'll get to what that is in just a minute. Katie and Ethan, how did this start?
So in 2023, I was working in an emergency room in Huntsville, and that was my primary job. And then I was diagnosed with long COVID, which is a diagnosis when COVID lasts much longer than your traditional COVID case. And while I was recovering, I decided I wanted to pursue more non-toxic living. I knew that Ethan and Will both had allergies and asthma. So I began testing and mixing, and we realized we had a great product.
Well, so like non-toxic living, tell me what toxic living is. I mean, tell me some of the things that we use every day that we think are just normal, but
So even like your just traditional cleaners, a lot of those are very strong. They have a lot of irritants. They have a lot of chemical fragrances that can irritate the lungs and cause sometimes an exacerbation of COPD, asthma, things of that nature.
right. Will is agreeing with you. What is COPD asthma?
I don't know.
You know what? When you don't know, that's a great answer. That's a great answer
How is that a good answer?
because you know a bunch of things, but to tell people when you don't know something, that's a great answer. That's something a lot of people can't pull off.
It's a lot better than making something up, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It is. So when Katie comes to you and says, I think I want to start a business, I think I want to replace my nursing income, what are you thinking?
Well, it actually didn't work out that way. So to give more detail to the answer that she had, I have a lot of allergies to, hand sanitizer, the traditional cleaners, all of those things give me migraines.
Really?
Absolutely. She would go to clean the bathroom. I'd say now's a good time to go get groceries. Like I couldn't even be a room or two away. I'm really sensitive to like perfumes, cologne, all of those things that have chemicals in it.
Right.
And so while she was nursing and trying to take care of family and everything, she didn't have time to pursue it. But thanks to not being able to work for a while with the long COVID, she was sensitive about my issues with the cleaners and Will having asthma. And it was like, now's a good time to try to come up with a solution. And being a nurse, she said, I bet if I do something non-toxic, maybe that'll help your allergies. I think really what she was trying to do was get rid of my excuse to help her clean. But,
There you go.
but it did work.
Yeah.
The cleaners didn't affect my allergies. And I was like, okay.
Ethan, come here. I need to test this. Come clean the living room.
And how we made it when first Mama couldn't work on at the place anymore because she had COVID, and then she tries to work on a computer, and then they say there's a special code you have to do. And Mama was like, okay, I'm gonna do a business. And then we did a business, and so now we're not working out anymore.
Sounds like you did the business because you got fed up with work.
Because she had a password, and the password was the K Essentials because
What was the password?
K Essentials, and she didn't know that because she never worked on Katie's Essentials.
So going back to how we got started, once I found that it didn't hurt my allergies, I was impressed with it. And then we showed family and friends, and they were all impressed with it. And then we went and tried a small fall festival in my hometown of Moulton. And a lot of people that I didn't know bought it and were impressed with it. People were coming up to our tent saying, oh, okay, so you're the people that are selling the cleaner. Like word got out, people would come up to our tent from other people telling them about it.
Wow.
And so then we said, okay, if there's that much interest in it, we need to actually pursue this. But at the time, it was on the side of her nursing. She was still doing her regular job while it was small and getting started. But then as she had more issues with the long COVID, and she can go into more detail about all that, her cardiologist actually said, you don't need to be in this environment anymore. It's a risk to your health with the pacemaker and everything. You need to find
get a pacemaker
Yes.
and you need
because
to,
of long COVID.
Yes. So I thought I was feeling bad and drained, but I didn't know why. And I went in to get checked out, and they said my heart rate was 30, and I was in a 2nd-degree heart block. So for 2023, we were in and out of hospitals trying to figure out what was going on. And then I got my diagnosis. They tried to use all kinds of different medicines and try to get my heart to convert, but it wouldn't. And they didn't want to put a pacemaker in a 30-year-old, but my symptoms just got worse. I was feeling like I was going to pass out. And so we decided just go ahead and do the pacemaker. Once I got the pacemaker, they realized I had some compression on veins also, and I needed a stent. So we've had our share of surgeries this past year.
Wow. Good grief. And so this is just part of the lineup, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the all-purpose cleaner. Was that the first thing you did?
Yes.
And now, is this just like grapefruit juice and vinegar? I mean, how did you figure this out? How did you figure? Yeah, I guess to be a nurse, you had to be in a lot of chemistry classes and stuff like that. So, but what did you look at first? What did you?
So my grandmother owned a cleaning business. And so as a high school or college student, I would go with her and clean houses. And so I knew what to look for, what would clean well, things of that nature. So I kind of had an idea and then mixed the nursing in with it, knowing things needed to be sterile and cleaned well, and things of those two combined together really helped me make our product.
And it wasn't like we woke up one day and decided to just go into it full time. We were going to trade shows and doing it on the side. But then as her symptoms got worse, then our doctor came back and said, I've been limiting your hours, but I really can't even let you do limited hours. You're going to need to make a switch. Thankfully, the business had grown to the point that we got a website and we're going to enough shows that I was looking at and saying, realistically, with the limitations you have on being a nurse, I think we can probably do better with what we're doing now, and it'd be better for you to lean into what you're doing. What he was telling about the password, though, it was hard for her to give up nursing because that was a lifelong passion of hers. Her mom's a nurse, and it was just really important to her, and she was struggling with having to give it up. Well, the password was actually lavender. It was the system-generated password was lavender.
I didn't really care. I was just going to see if you'd give me the password.
At work, though.
Oh, okay.
It was the work-generated password that it created, and it was lavender, which is actually in the Sweet Dreams. And so that was when she said, okay, God's really trying to tell me, I've been trying to push you out of being a nurse and leaning into your business. How many signs do I need to give you? And that was finally the one that was like, okay, I see the writing, literally the writing on the wall, that I need to make a switch here.
And I know you're getting confused about it because you don't know why she's doing that. Well, first God told her, "Hey, you need to stop being at the doctor place." But she got scared to go do something she never done before because she don't know how to make cleaners yet, and she was scared because she thought they might not want her to go. They want her to stay, so she was like, "No, I'm not gonna stop." And then she started getting on the computer, and then they told her, "You have to do a password or you can't do it again." And then she didn't know it, and then she said, "I'm gonna give up because I don't know what that password is." So now she's doing cleaners instead.
She's doing what?
Now she's doing cleaners instead of that.
I do cleaners instead of nursing.
Oh, I got you. Thank you. Well, now I'm not confused anymore.
So a main point along the way is we were searching, what does God want us to do? And going back to Ethan saying we were in a fall festival, we prayed that God would show us very, very clearly if we were supposed to step into this. And if not, let it fail so we will know to stop. And he let it do really well. And so we knew, okay, we're making the right move. We're stepping where he wants us to step.
So do you, you obviously sell from the website, and you sell from festivals still.
Yes.
Okay. Have you? Are you in any stores?
Yes.
Yeah, Ashley's Mercantile in Coleman has been a really good vendor of ours. And they actually had some other products in there similar, but then ours was doing so well for them that they switched and are using ours exclusively in their stores.
See, I'll give you a real heads up here. This is a great marketing tip. If you can find a store that doesn't sell anything like that at all, I mean, do you know to this day what store has sold more of my books than any other store? I mean, you'd think, okay, a Barnes and Noble, a Books A Million, an airport bookstore, what would it be? A Pack and Mail.
Wow.
Wow.
They don't even sell books. And everybody noticed the books. And they just had one guy that would say, have you ever heard of Andy Andrews? No? Well, that's his books. Get one of those books right there. If you don't want it, I'll give you your money back if you don't like it. And he said they'd always come in and buy more. And so, but, you know, if you got an opportunity to get in a place, don't look at a place and think, okay, they sell our kind of stuff. Let's see if we can get in there. I mean, you don't want to be the grill in Lowe's that's sitting beside 20 other grills. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to be the grill in the interior design shop that's the only grill they offer.
That's how we've done well with like Ashley's Mercantile. It's almost like the general store at Cracker Barrel that they do a little bit of everything.
Right.
And they've really leaned into it.
But they've got this, yeah. Mm-hmm. And
then some of the other ones.
UG White in Athens. So our customers are looking for the old-fashioned, you know, our grandparents used glass a lot, canning and different things because that's all they had. And the glass, they would reuse it for years and years and years. That's our mission is you can reuse our product. And so these type stores, your mercantile type stores are wanting to sell things that can last a generation, like a skillet. Some of those are passed down, you know, for years.
And I know you can confuse about that, but she means you can get refilled. If you use our to clean a lot, we can give you another refill.
Oh, okay, good. So you refill the same bottles?
Yes.
We sell that's what the smaller bottles are.
Right.
These
are refills.
Yeah, the ones without spray lids on them, or concentrate that you can pour into your original bottle, top it off with water, and keep reusing that first bottle as many times as you want to.
Wow. Okay, and I do love these dark glass
I do too.
bottles. I just love these. And so so you got, how many linen room sprays do you have? How many different flavors are?
So we have pumpkin spice, we have sweet dreams, sunshine, and defender.
What is Defender?
It is our version of Thieves.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I like that.
And so since Thieves fights cold and flu, we call it Defender.
That is cool. Have you got it here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll make a deal with you after the show. So this is pumpkin spice.
Some people, when we hand them the sample, they say they want to eat the cotton ball because the pumpkin smells so good.
Like a pumpkin pie.
I know, that just does smell. And I see what you mean. It's not that overpowering sweet thing. That's a fresh smell. I mean, some things that have the aroma, it's almost like, remember Glade? Remember those strong things? A can sprayed a year ago would make a house smell like your grandmother's place, you know? Okay, so this is Sweet Dreams. We don't want to try that, probably. That's nobody's favorite.
He's teasing you.
It's offensive to Will if you ask if he's sleepy.
And one of our customers actually told us that Sweet Dreams cured her insomnia when all of the over-the-counter, like melatonin, NyQuil, all of those kind of things didn't help her.
Really?
Yes. She left
Let's
that
smell
review
Sweet
for us on
Dreams.
Facebook.
Another thing we like to tell our customers is smell our different scents. What reminds you of home? Because a scent, when you walk in the house, it can remind you of your grandparents' house. It can remind you of Christmas. And a lot of those things can just help you relax.
Man, I love that. I do love that. Are you going to have one for Christmas?
Yes. That scent is called Joyeux Noël.
What does that mean?
French for Merry Christmas. I have an adopted grandmother that taught me a lot of French. And so we have notes of French. We're not a French company, but we do love lavender. We love lemon.
Which one is this one?
Sunshine.
This is sunshine. What is that? Now, wait. Let me see if I can guess what's in sunshine. Okay. Do you know? Do you know?
No, because she doesn't really tell me.
Oh.
Secret
Does
Does she
recipe.
think that you might tell somebody? Do you think you talk a little much? No?
I do talk a lot.
You do talk a lot. I think that's part of your charm, Will.
And the other thing that's great about the Queen is if you get sick, it makes you feel better really quick.
Yeah, it will. See what I mean? This is the youngest PR executive I've ever. All right, let's see. I'm gonna see sunshine. Got some lemon in it, like lemon rind. It has that oil, of course.
That one has notes of orange and grapefruit, tea tree. We tried to bottle the sun.
So we actually were featured at Southern Living for a weekend, and we couldn't come to the Sunshine State without having sunshine. So that's how we
Yeah,
developed
there you
that.
go. Wow. And so these are refills.
Those are the refills for the linen sprays.
That's Defender. I want to smell that. Thieves.
And you might be wondering why you should put that because you don't know what you sprayed that I was supposed to just put on the floor. No, you're really supposed to just, if you buy a dryer ball, we have dryer balls, you put them in the dryer and you really just pour it on it and then you put it in the dryer.
Oh, you spray the dryer balls with it.
No, it's,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You can do that.
You can do that or you can just pour it on now.
So the
There's two
linen,
ways.
so the linen spray is basically a non-toxic Febreze, and so you can use it as a room freshener or in your car or your garbage can,
On your
bath.
pillow.
Yes.
And then Sweet Dreams is specifically for your pillow to help you sleep. But then what he was saying is you can also spray it on the dryer balls to help take the static electricity out of your clothes.
Which that's a good thing because I don't know what those dryer balls are for. I mean, I think my wife is just putting those things in there for show. But now if we spray some of this on it, then I'll think, okay, those things are doing something now.
What we've noticed about the dryer balls, we do sell those at shows. They reduce your dry time with like your towels, your sheets, your comforters, because a lot of times it'll take a second cycle. So it absorbs some of the moisture
Really?
and that helps with your utility bill when you're not running your dryer over and over.
The highest use of electricity in your home is your dryer. So cutting your dryer time saves your money.
Wow. Take an edit point right here, Matt. Because my nose is about to drip. And I didn't want to go, well, I'm allergic to something in here.
Well, and that is one benefit of the Defender too. It does clean out your sinuses.
Well, I was telling her an hour ago on the highway, I ran through something that started my eyes burning and my nose running. So I got into something. I don't know. Maybe I was going where they were cutting something.
Probably so.
or whatever. Okay, you ready? So the sparkling stone cleaner, sort of like granite and marble.
Yes.
What does this smell like?
That is a combination of lavender and rosemary. We chose those because those are safe for stones, because certain essential oils you don't want to use on stone marble. A lot of our customers have stone, and they knew that they couldn't use our all-purpose cleaner because it is a little bit tougher. So we made this specifically safe for stone.
You have to be really selective on the stone because certain cleaners will eventually wear into stone.
Yeah.
And so we had to actually design it differently so that it would be safe for stone, but it also absolutely makes it shine too.
And it was pretty hard to make it because she one time tried to make it, only she didn't make the right way because it was new, but it didn't really look that good.
So we only have stuff that works good.
Yes.
So there's a lot of testing that goes into making products, doesn't it? Yeah.
If Will sees a cleaner from the store, he's like, no, we can't have that. We can only have Katie's Essentials.
There you go.
His dream is to have a commercial.
Yeah.
I think we should do a commercial together today and film it here.
Yeah.
And then you'd have it for social media. What do you say?
That's a good idea.
Could I do one with you?
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
All right. All right. Well, we'll build in the time for that. That's definite.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I just appreciate you bringing your family here.
And I think Brandon's gonna come in a little bit, and we could have another talk about it, and then have two shows because they might want to see Brandon in one of the shows too.
Is this a PR kid? I mean, we're not finished the first show. He's pushing for another episode. Maybe we can get another episode in while we're here. If Brandon shows up, because Brandon like to be on the show too. Wow, this kid. Are you tied to Katie's Essentials? Is that an exclusive account for you, or could you handle some more clients that you could do PR for?
I don't know that question.
I think I want to hire you at some point.
But let's say I'm already Katie's Essentials top salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's no doubt.
So in the top sales.
Right.
When we go to shows, we'll ask him, does he want to come with us? He doesn't have to. You know, he can stay with grandparents and play. And sometimes he'll go with us. And we'll tease each other, Ethan and myself, that our numbers will be much higher if Will goes with us.
I know it. I would be. It'd be tempting if I was you guys. It'd be tempting not to be one of those, like Brooke Shields' mother, or one of these kind of stage parents to go, okay, all right, it's Katie's Essentials. Go, Will. Now. Do it, Will. Do it, Will. We'll be back here drinking coffee. We'd like you to stand up on the counter and tell everybody about Katie's. People couldn't stop. They could not stop. They just like, what is this kid saying? What is he saying?
So
I'll buy that.
So some of these festivals will be quite large and tents everywhere. And so, of course, some of the foot traffic is going other places. Well, he'll take a business card and chase people down and be like, you need to come see my mommy's cleaner. It'll make your house smell good. About giving them a business card. And who can turn down a cute 5-year-old? So they'll turn back around and come back. What are you talking about? I got to see what you're excited about.
See, I'm telling you. I am telling you. You're really 18, aren't you?
Yeah, and
You're really 18. You're just fooling me. You're 18 in a 5-year-old suit.
I'm really just 5 right now.
Let me ask you this. Will, do you like girls?
I really don't. I really will like them if they don't ask me a whole bunch of questions. Because if they ask me too many questions, I might not know a whole bunch, and I want to ask them the right question, but they can ask so many questions, I might not know which one they're talking about.
It doesn't get any easier, Will.
Yeah. So
No.
you're not married yet. You're not. Okay. So just let me just tell you, just the longer you wait, the better your choices will be.
That's very good advice.
Yeah. I mean, look how long your daddy had to wait to get your mama.
Are you? What's your...
You think
No.
you're
No, quite a bit longer than that.
Where'd your daddy go to school?
I don't know.
Well, that's probably a good answer
Because
for somebody who went to Auburn.
Because all what I know is that he would like Auburn, but
Well, if your dad likes Auburn, I wouldn't admit to knowing where he went to school either.
Yeah.
Yeah, just when somebody says, "Where'd your daddy go to school?" Instead of saying Auburn, you can just say, "I don't know," and save yourself the embarrassment.
Yes.
What did you study at Auburn, Nathan?
Supply chain management.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's
God had his eye on this a long time ago.
Absolutely.
we both enjoy business. Like it's not work when you enjoy what you do.
And there's something you can say really about Auburn. You can say War Eagle and stuff.
Okay.
It
All right.
just takes a second.
All right.
And
Yes, it's a
Oh, my
Just
God.
you put your hand in the air and say War Eagle, and then raise your hand
That's
Oh,
right.
really?
and spin it.
Can I teach you how to say roll tide?
We don't allow cursing in our family.
That's a good answer, Daddy. That's a good answer.
And now I actually have 2 Mario games.
Two what?
Mario games.
Oh, 2 Mario
The
games.
first one is you have the Koopa. You have to do it 2 times. You have to hit its head 1 time, and the first time, and then he stops crawling on the floor on the grass, and then you have to jump on them again, and you can use the shell and hit the bad guy.
Is Mario Brothers one of your clients?
I don't know what it is.
People that buy our product.
Can I ask y'all something? Do you guys ever look at each other and go, "Did you tell him that? I didn't tell him that."
And he and Yoshi can if you eat a Koopa,
Do you know why your mom was pinching you?
sometimes it will really just usually just spit it out, and then they'll swallow it if you don't eat. And if you're gonna
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you ever get in trouble in church?
Well,
No, he's still in the kids class.
I
so-
think you need to go to big church. I think
I don't know if even
I think there's some big church experiences in your future.
no, I would really just go into church.
You just
I
let
know
your
I-
Uncle Andy teach you how to make people laugh in church. Just you
watched that video.
just rely on your Uncle Andy, all right?
I don't really have a family that has an Andy name.
He's talking
saying,
I'm
about
gonna be your
himself.
Uncle Andy.
That sounds good,
So
doesn't it?
he can tell you about how to do impressions when he's singing songs. Yeah.
Thank you guys for being with us.
Thank you.
And how can we help? We want to spread the word, and we're going to film a commercial here this afternoon that y'all can use. And so, what's the website?
It's www.cagesessentials.com.
All right, and we'll put a link to that on the show notes. I kind of think maybe that our viewers will like. You know how. Like Orange Beach Elementary School down here, there's an osprey nest, and there's a 24-hour camera on that osprey nest, and people tune in all the time to watch osprey lay eggs, watch the babies get ready. I have an idea. A lot of our viewers like a 24-hour camera in Will's room. If you guys would go for that, maybe just around your dinner table, so we could pop in every now and then and hear what. I started to say what y'all were talking about, but it would be what Will's talking about, I'm sure.
Well, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And we update that way where our family's traveling to and what markets we'll be at. That's one thing we've realized is our customers like getting to know us, because if they go to a big box store, they don't know who made their product.
Yeah.
With our family, they know who made their product and they get to know our family personally. So I feel like our customers look forward to that every week.
I agree.
And the personal touch. If there's a problem, they can reach out and immediately get a person, where most companies, you know, are holding
So
for an hour.
your customer service is all based in the United States.
Yes.
And on Facebook, if you buy one of our codes, on Facebook, if your phone sees your QR code on the Katie Essentials card, it'll show you all the stuff about our Katie's Essentials.
Gotcha.
I think I need to get a call center. Press 1 for Will. I think that's
Press
what we need
1
to do.
for Will. What Will's thinking about today.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, buddy. Thank you for bringing your mom and dad.
Anyways, it's because I don't even know how to drive the car. So how could I drive the car if I don't know?
Well,
Eventually you'll learn
some
how.
things we got to figure out.
Yeah. I have to warn before I know, because
I mean, you were obviously born knowing how to talk. You just weren't born knowing how to drive a car.
yes.
Right.
Because I'm not old enough to drive a car either. Because now I don't even know which pedal goes and which one stops.
Well, Will, you're not old enough to hold your own in a presidential debate either, but with who we got running, I would vote for you.
Yeah.
You know, I would think you could hold your own in a debate with who we got.
Will broke his arm a few weeks ago and they let him pick the type of wrap. And so they brought all the different ones. And which one did you pick, Will?
America.
America.
And it's really, really hard. So I would not use a whole bunch of pressure on it, because my cast is so strong. If you push on it really hard, so much you're putting pressure on yourself, it's still not going to break it. Almost anything won't break my cast.
It's kind of like America, isn't it?
It's pretty amazing. There's the soap, and for someone, and it's really weird because it made it super hard, and which is really weird and really cool, because I did not ever see any soap that would make you hard. And so it was pretty cool. And right now I can really put pressure, any pressure on it.
Wow.
So
You know, I would love to see the hamsters running the wheels inside your head.
Believe it or not, he used to be shy.
No,
He did.
no.
He used to be shy. He would hide behind mama.
When he would walk up with his arm in the cast, people would ask him about it. And he would say, I got this because I love America.
and
I hope you got that on video.
And really, I didn't know what to order people yet like I do now, because I used to not know them, and I got kind of confused. Should I be nice to these people? Are they supposed to be bad guys, or am I in a video? What am I doing? I was confused what I was trying to do.
But you figured it out.
Yeah. So
All right.
I know now that I'm not, when I'm in one or when I'm not in one.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. We're about to not be in one. You ready to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
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 All right. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you for
Thank
having us.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Andy Andrews, the professional noticer, harnessing common sense and wisdom to plow through challenges all the way to an answer for you. And I think that'll do it for this week. Get us out of here, Matthew. So, ladies and gentlemen, and to the boys and girls who aspire to become ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of another episode of the Professional Noticer. In a world where common sense has become a superpower, I'm harnessing that tiny bit of mental energy I have for you, seeking wisdom, making observations, and endeavoring to answer tough questions in a way that will empower your family and your business. I'm Andy Andrews. Until next week, goodbye. This episode of The Professional Noticer was produced by Matt Limpert. The Noticer theme written and performed by Sugarcane Jane. Sweet dreams for the cast and crew provided by Twinkle and Smoke of Beverly Hills. Additional financial consideration provided by the Rubble Foundation, fulfilling America's need for good bamboo. Friend, did you know that bamboo has a higher tensile strength than steel? It's true. Bamboo building materials are the most ancient of new ideas. Used first for dinosaur enclosures in the town of Bedrock, bamboo became a staple for creating the first grills, homes, even cars. The first family of bamboo is, of course, the generations of Rubble that trace their lineage back to their patriarch, Barney, and his wife, Betty. But while Barney planted bamboo between his house and a neighbor's, it was their firstborn son, Bam Bam, who, having caught the entrepreneurial bug, that saw the vast number of uses for bamboo and recognized the unlimited profit available for those who make bamboo their business. Right now, for more information, to Dash Riprock, care of the Rubble Foundation in New York City, or go online to bambamboo.com.